Victor Osimhen found himself sidelined at Napoli, a club he had helped to secure their first Serie A title in 33 years. Amid failed moves to Chelsea, Arsenal, and Al Ahly, his shirt number was even reassigned to Romelu Lukaku, signaling a fracture with the club. But Turkey's unique transfer window timeline became Galatasaray's opportunity. With other major deals collapsing, they swiftly entered negotiations. Within just a couple of days, Osimhen, having watched a private jet staged for him in Istanbul, stepped onto the tarmac in the early hours, greeted by fans who had waited overnight to welcome him. When Victor Osimhen stepped off the private jet at Istanbul airport, the roar from the hundreds of Galatasaray fans waiting outside nearly drowned out the sound of the engines. Drums pounded, flares lit up the night sky in yellow and red, and chants of Aslan Victor, Victor the Lion filled the air. The transfer had been a shockwave across European football. Napoli's star striker, fresh off a record-breaking season in Serie A, had decided to swap the Mediterranean blue for the fierce stripes of Galatasaray. Rumors swirled for weeks. Some claimed it was the allure of the passionate Turkish crowd. Others whispered about an irresistible project to dominate Europe. At his unveiling in the Nef Stadium, the noise was deafening. Osimhen, wearing the number 45 jersey, stood in the center of the pitch, hands raised high. Fans waved flags, fireworks exploded, and the entire arena seemed to shake. "I'm here to make history," he said simply, the translator's words almost lost in the crowd's ecstatic roar. His debut came in the Istanbul derby against Fenerbahce. The stadium erupted like a volcano. From that night on, Osimhen became more than a footballer in Istanbul. He was a symbol of ambition. Galatasaray's attack became feared across Europe, the Lions roaring louder than ever. And though Napoli fans mourned his departure, in the streets of Istanbul there was only joy, pride, and the belief that a new golden era had begun. The summer sun had barely set over Istanbul when the city's streets erupted in yellow and red. Victor Osimhen, Galatasaray's blockbuster signing, had arrived, and with him came a wave of hope that swept through every corner of the city. For years, the fans had dreamed of a striker who could blend raw pace, lethal finishing, and relentless energy. Now their dreams wore the number 45. Social media exploded with montages of his Serie A goals, comparisons to past Galatasaray legends, and bold predictions. Some swore he'd break the Super League scoring record in his first season. The season opener was set at Nef Stadium, and the air buzzed like a festival. From the moment Osimhen stepped onto the pitch, the noise was deafening. Fans expected fireworks, not just goals, but dominance. Early in the season, every touch he made was scrutinized. A clever flick past a defender earned cheers, as if he had scored. A missed chance drew gasps, followed by chants of encouragement. His partnership with Mauro Icardi became the talk of Turkey, the twin lions prowling in attack. In Europe, expectations soared even higher. Galatasaray's Champions League campaign became the proving ground. Pundits speculated, could Osimhen be the man to carry them past the group stage? Could he silence giants with his relentless runs and fearless headers? By mid-season, the stats told a story. Osimhen was not just meeting expectations, he was redefining them. Every goal celebration, arms wide and head held high, became a symbol of belief for millions of Galatasaray supporters. But with great expectations came pressure. Every big match, every derby, every Champions League night carried the same question. Could he keep the dream alive? In Istanbul, where football is more than a sport, Osimhen's season wasn't just about scoring goals. It was about carrying the hopes of a city on his shoulders. Here's a comprehensive breakdown, crafted like a high-stakes feature story, of Victor Osimhen's salary at Galatasaray and the president's statements on his signing. Victor Osimhen's salary breakdown at Galatasaray. Base net salary, 15 million euros per year. Loyalty bonus, 1 million euros annually for completing each season. Image rights, 5 million euros per year for use of his name. Likeness and related promotional purposes. Together, that totals 21 million euros net annually. Additional performance incentives could raise his compensation package closer to 25 million euros per year. Over a 4-year contract, this fixed compensation could approach 100 million euros in total, even before external endorsements are factored in. To help finance this extensive package, Galatasaray launched the Osimhen Box, a special merchandising bundle priced at 215 euros each. with a total of 100,000 units planned. If fully sold, expected revenue of €21.5 million would cover Osimhen's first-year salary. The president's vision and words. Galatasaray President Dursun Özbek has consistently painted the signing as both strategic and sustainable. Osimhen is a Galatasaray player. He is a very successful player, and we are proud to have Turkish football fans watch such a talent. He placed Osimhen among the club's marquee names, Sneijder, Drogba, Hagi, firmly embedding him in that legacy. But he also stressed that transfers depend on financial limits. For now, Galatasaray remains fully focused on its main goal, securing the fifth star in the league. Addressing concerns about the financial strain of signing costly talents, Özbek asserted, "Everything is progressing normally at Galatasaray. We have never taken any action that would put Galatasaray in financial difficulty, and we will not do so." This applies to Osimhen's possible transfer as well. In voicing his ambition, he declared, "Our dream is to turn Galatasaray into the best club in the world." The arrival of Osimhen demonstrates his confidence in our project. It is time to dream even bigger together. Summary: Galatasaray has made one of the boldest moves in Turkish football, offering Victor Osimhen a top-tier €21 million net salary, potentially €25 million with bonuses. Backed by innovative merchandising like the Osimhen box, President Özbek frames the signing as both visionary and financially responsible, underlining the club's ambition to dominate domestically and rise globally, while refusing to risk its financial stability. Here's a story-style version of what Galatasaray fans have been saying about Victor Osimhen, blending real reactions with a narrative flow. The Lion and his pride. How Galatasaray fans fell for Victor Osimhen. It started the night he landed in Istanbul. The airport was a sea of yellow and red. Flares lit up the humid air. Drums pounded in rhythm, and chants of "Victor, Victor" rolled like waves through the crowd. To some, it felt like the return of a long-lost hero. To others, it was the birth of a new era. From that moment, Osimhen became more than just a striker.